What's the crack, mateys? Pillock here, and today we're playing something new, as promised. So, I picked the Stanley Parable, because I've never played it, and it looks amazing. I think quite a lot of you might have seen it, but either way, it should be really fun. You know, I think I've seen bits of it as well, but like I said, I've always wanted to play it. So, here goes. I mean, look at it. On the menu, you already have a screen within a screen within a screen. So how cool is this going to be? Anyway, I hope you're all okay, and if not, I hope this will be fun, and it'll help a little bit, yeah? So, let's go.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Okay.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
That's pretty
Orders
demanding.
came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders took.
Okay,
Though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Good. You be happy, Stanley.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Oh my goodness.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting,
Oh, there's Stanley.
say hi. Never
Hi,
in
Stanley.
all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation.
Aw.
Something was very clearly wrong.
Make it happen.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I started twitching all over the place. That is awesome. Wow. My office is pretty cool. I got loads of space and stuff. What's it say on our mug? I hate Mondays. Yes, I think we can all agree on that. Mondays kind of suck ass. Hello, phone. No orders? What do we do? Let's go see if we can find our fellow employees. Hello, fellow employees. Are you
All
here?
of his co-workers were gone. What could
Darn.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's the
No
meeting
matter
room?
how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Maybe there's one behind the plant. We'll find them yet. What's this? This is so weird already. Also, why is there a narrator in my head? A nice picture. Quite like it. And glowing paper. I like the narrator, but why is he narrating my life? That's a bit strange. Keep dry. Okay. Fellow employees, where are you? Whoa. Loads of different rooms, but there's nobody in any of them. Ah, where's Stanley? He's on it. What's this room? What were they doing in there?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
2 doors. Door on left. Okay. Well, that was fun. Now what? Huh? They got loads of nice pictures. Hey, we've seen that mountain before. Copy pasta. Sorry.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
What?
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I love the different projector things. I dissolve a defeat with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take out passive aggressively on other coworkers. This stuff is gold. This place, like an office environment like this, is my idea of hell. Like I could not work anywhere like this. I'm sorry if any of you do and you love it. I absolutely am happy for you, but just for me, it's not. It's just something I'd really struggle with. Well, broom closet. We can get into the broom closet. Go.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here.
Matt!
So he turned around and got back on track.
There's loads of stuff here. Look, there's a spanner, a duct tape. You can make like a house with this stuff in here. There's all the things you need in life.
There was nothing here.
Shush!
No choice to make, no path to
Don't
follow.
tell me what to
Just
do.
an empty broom closet.
Okay, fine, I
Coming
might.
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, let's go see our boss. Maybe he'll help. Our boss doesn't live there. He must be able to help. Whoa! We found the swanky floor. Why can't we have an office up here? Oh, we can't go in the executive bathroom. I like the wallpaper. It's very, like, regal. That's a big word for me. I got it first time, too. Whoa!
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Mine's a
Shocked,
piano.
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Oh my
so
goodness.
The boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Maybe he's Batman.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Yet incredibly,
Oh my
by simply
goodness.
pushing random buttons on the keypad,
So random.
Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer
Security
luck.
camera.
Amazing.
They're watching
He
us all the
stepped
time.
into the newly opened passageway.
To the Batcave! Where is it? Look! Whoa! That's pretty sweet! Okay, I think we left the swanky part of the building. Where the hell are we going? The red light district, apparently. Whoa! This looks cool. Beep. Oh boy. Am I supposed to be here? Also, why is this guy narrating my life?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring
Whoa.
of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Okay.
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Maybe he's just content. I don't know. Also, where the hell are we? How does our building go this deep? This doesn't seem very...
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
What? This one says escape? That doesn't look good. Let's try escape instead. Escape!
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No,
At
let's
this
try
point,
it.
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Maybe it is actually escape. No, that looks like a hole to our death. No. Be brave! Hut! Yes, I'm not dead! I don't know what I am, but I'm not dead.
As the machine worked
Up
into
yours!
motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, it
Uh-oh.
reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story,
Oh, no.
trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss.
Let me out!
Like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he
No!
resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
I don't want to die. Let me out.
Stanley,
No! Escape! LOL! Your machine broke.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated, as
No.
the machine crushed every bone in his body,
I'm
killing
okay,
him
see?
instantly.
What? I'm so confused. My emotions are all over the place. I'm so weirded out. What am I... What?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
What am I doing? Where is
When
this?
every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
What?
Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What? I'm so confused. Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Oh my goodness. Filing cabinets. These are like all the resources for the game. Office computers. What's it say on them? He's playing like solitaire or whatever. Employee database. The credits! What is this game? You're breaking the fourth wall all over the place. Office clock. Yeah, I remember seeing that. That's different views from the office. Where are we going? Am I going the right way? Freedom ending? I want that! Whoa! What's this? Countdown desk? I didn't get hit the button. This game is so weird. What? Also, the narrator
look at
changed.
these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
She talking about me and the narrator guy? I don't know. Let's hit this button. Yep.
Can you see? Can you see how much they
No.
need one another?
I can't see bugger all.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to
Whoa.
me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Am I dead? I don't know, Medes. What the hell am I doing with my life? I like this all the same. So I guess that was... There must be multiple possible endings. I guess that was just one of them. This game is mad, but I had quite a lot of fun with it. I will try, it really messes with your head. I'll maybe go try a different part, like a different path tomorrow. I hope maybe some people enjoyed this. I think I did. It's very weird. So, like I said, I hope you had some fun, and hope you're alright. Yeah, take care of yourselves, and hopefully see you again soon, yeah? Bye!